Yep. My friends are anyway sleeping, so that would be good.
Your favorite part. I'd get ready if I were
All
you.
of us can agree.
Let's look.
This one is in the bag.
So we are all a 5 stack like this.
Okay.
Okay.
So you went co-op. Typically, I want to
Battle
say
will
you kind of
commence
want to
in
start with a
30
branch. I guess you
seconds.
randomed, right? But you
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
typically want to start with a branch because it lets you actually use your tango. Because there's a cooldown, right? So even if you have two tangos, you kind of want to extend the value of the one tango you have.
Yep.
That makes sense. It
Yeah,
depends
this
on
one
how much
I
harass you're going to take in lane, but I just want you to point that
typically
out.
know this, but considering it was Invoker, I didn't expect to get harassed early.
Ready.
So it doesn't
Yeah.
really do much.
Say so.
Yeah, blocking is a thing for me.
Well, I mean, you were trying to secure the rune. I think as a co-op, typically you kind of want the block, just because unless you're sure you can get the kill, because if you have it on your high ground, it's a massive difference in how much you can harass them.
Okay.
And I don't know, like it's not set in stone. It's just like my feeling that I'd lean towards some heroes, especially if it's like melee versus melee. It doesn't matter all that much, but in this kind of a matchup, I think being able to dagger early is kind of part of it.
I can do more. Yeah, I can do more damage with a early level 2 as well. I mean, to just secure the range for the move. I didn't harass Invoker much really, but I was able to out CS him, I think.
Well, that's sad because he's an exotic invoker. uh, yeah, in this case, I think Invoker should be winning this lane because he has more damage than you do.
Yeah.
And,
Invoker was not that great of a player.
Alright, so
Radiant
let's
has
just watch
fortified
what you
its
do. So you're
structures.
going for a bottle rush, so you haven't taken a lot of harass. By the way, if you've decided that if you've come to realize that you're not gonna harass them much in lane, uh, there's no point in maxing dagger. In fact, I think scream is better, just so that you can shove lane and get rune control and then gank more. And it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that you. That was that was a pretty big inefficiency. I think he could have just waited for the bottle. He wasn't going for it, and it wasn't like it was a DD or anything, right? So
I just saw him going towards it, and I kind of thought that I should just won't get it instead. I was waiting, and I knew that the illusion. I mean, I knew a rune was there because I have a ward block, but I wanted
let's
to
just
wait for
watch.
the bottle so I could get the full thing.
Okay. That's dangerous what you just did, by the way. Blinking for the rune like that is exactly how you're gonna die.
It could have come on me at this point. Yeah, cold snap maybe would have made a difference,
If you were a bit
especially if I.
closer, maybe. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly how far away he was.
Oh, he does not have. I did not know this.
Well, yeah, you did not know this. And generally, I advise against those desperate blinks unless you know you're gonna get there well ahead of him. And like if they sent the support to claim it, then you'd be dead. And that's something to consider.
Yeah. If it was a half second away, if he had mana, definitely I would have died. Cold snap I can't get out of at this
Yeah.
point. And especially if I take the illusion
Dyer's
before the
top
Well, I
cold
mean,
snap.
he's
tower is
going
under
exhort,
siege.
so it's not even the worst. But yeah, it's just something you have to be aware of generally as a co-op against any mid laner. Your level 1 blink especially, well actually your blink in general, but your level 1 blink most of all, you really have to think about how you use it because if not, you end up dying.
The illusion rune helped out a lot with CSM.
Yeah, it's good that you
That
know
should help.
seem to know. Though again there you're kinda too close to your creeps for no reason really. Like
Yeah.
For the treasure.
okay, I mean you're winning by a little bit, but it's nothing nothing dreadful about. What
Oh, I
concerns me
figured
more
out.
is what item you get next. I think boots is definitely the right way to go because you kinda wanna gank sniper and Rubik.
Yeah, basically, eventually I managed to. The reason why I say I won the lane is because I managed to gank while also keeping focus.
Regeneration.
Did you pop your regen rune already?
Yeah, by mistake. I tried to use the last bottle charge and I took the regen in before.
I think you're taking, again, this is what I mean. Like, you already said that you're not gonna be harassing the invoker and then you're looking to gank. And you said that this is how you're gonna win the lane, but your skill build is max Shadow Strike, which doesn't let you push the wave. It's about equal in terms of ganking, but like on a single target. But maybe you could even kill Rubik and the sniper, right? But right now,
maybe
you wanna,
I agree.
yeah. I mean, like
I
depending
can't
on
really
how
shove
the
the
gank
loop.
pans out, but Shadow Strike is
Actually-
basically a one-person thing. And
Yeah, I
also,
can't shove the wave with it.
yeah,
At least it lets me shove the wave
can't
and still
shove
at
the
the
way,
time.
most important. So I see you right clicking and you're like, oh, I need one creep. And then you realize this now, but like again, at this point, maybe you could have had level 3 scream or even 4 scream, depending on how early you realize I'm not gonna be able to harass enough. But it's good that sometimes you just get a feel for it. And then I think, yeah, as a co-op, if it's not gonna win you your lane, your Q is not the best to max. Your W and E let you gank can be more threat. Okay, so let's just look. So again, this is what's costing you. Like, Sniper is so far under tower right now. He would definitely be dead if you just didn't have to worry about these creep waves.
It doesn't have shoes, man. I did not know this. It doesn't even have shoes. Like the guaranteed thing.
Sorry?
No way can it. Sniper doesn't even have shoes. He just has Master Madness.
Yeah. He's definitely
That's a
dead
guaranteed
if you just had, been able to rotate. Now I'd like you to rotate.
Yeah, I did.
That was the wrong order though. You should look first and then you pop the haste.
Oh, I saw the minimap and I knew that they were away from their tower. But I did not know their health.
Like, you kind of just want to see. Alright, at least just see their health.
Yeah, I should have seen the health at least. I mean,
Yeah.
I looked at it right now, but I could have done it before.
Yeah, before you pop. That's what I mean though, like...
Perfect.
Oh, wait. You still had haste? I think the TP was unnecessary.
I thought that I wouldn't be able to get back. But yeah, maybe I could have run back half the way and then that saves the TP for responding maybe.
You're not gonna miss any creeps or like one creep max.
Yeah.
Not worth
That's-
TP. Like that again though, that your decision is informed by looking at the map. I do this as a carry where I'm like jungling and I'm looking here, where are the creeps? How long do I think it's gonna take? Even if your estimation is a bit off, at the very least somewhat informed. Like I think it's pretty safe to say this creep wave isn't gonna die under your tower in like the next 10 seconds or so. Right?
Even
Unless
if I miss a single
balls
kill,
it and auto attacks it and really tries to shove it, which might be the right thing to do, but at least you know that instead of just, oh, I have to TP back. Especially when you have so much of your haste left, right? You could have been
Maybe could
there
have
like
gone back to the
5 seconds later at most.
max I lose the creep or so, which is still the cost of the TP, less than the cost of the TP.
Yeah. But it's not even the cost of the TP, it's the opportunity cost of not having another TP to go back bottom. If Sniper's like trying to kill.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the cost of the TP is significant, but it's not my biggest concern when I tell you guys, oh, don't TP out like that, because most of the time it's shit like this.
I realized that we hadn't taken the rune way longer than I should have. Maybe I could have instead of TPing, I could have gone and tried to take the rune before. I think Rubik got it when I killed the sniper.
That's even worse. I didn't even consider it.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Okay,
siege.
that's fine. They were focusing on PL. I have no idea why he was there.
I'll take that.
I don't know why.
So your PL is getting destroyed, top. I mean, it's okay. You guys aren't doing too hard, but it's okay.
Generation.
Radiant structures have
So that was a good start. Did he not have invis? Oh, you didn't have enough mana.
Radiant
Alright.
has fortified its structures.
So that was lucky on you, but again, I don't think you knew that for sure.
Radiant's middle tower
But
is
it's
under
okay.
siege.
It was still a decent play overall.
Happening here then?
Even
If we did not cast his he definitely would have got in without using EMP. Use EMP.
yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Did you max your E or Q first? I
How
don't remember.
Radiant's middle tower is being
I maxed E first and then Q. I mean, I took 3 levels in Q, then I maxed E, and then I took maxed E.
Yeah.
I guess at this point I should have gone for Blink more. 3 levels of Q is enough.
Yeah.
Not really the 4th level.
Drona, I just want to point something out. Every time you see me go into free camera, that's probably a moment where I would have wanted you to be looking.
Radiant's middle tower
But you
is
just
being
aren't.
attacked.
Fit for a
You
queen.
notice?
Radiant's
I'm like,
middle
what's
tower.
happening bottom, man? Like,
Too focused on my
yeah, something to work on for sure. But I just wanted to point it out for you, cause yeah. Okay. Again, I would constantly be looking to gank bottom, man. Always, like, fine. Like you wanna farm a little bit, sure. But like you don't even need your orchid to gank this sniper. That's how easy he is to gank. That's kind of why he's such a shit hero. It's just too easy to gank him.
At this point, I was like, PL was having a bad lane, at least that's what he said. It's a last
Radiant's
time.
middle
Yeah,
tower
but
is under
Pudge
attack.
and Wraith King is a way harder kill.
Radiant's middle
Okay, so
yeah.
at the very least, you recognize that Invoker's bottom, and you're like, okay, I'll push this. This is fine, especially if your teammates don't die. In fact, I'll say this is optimal if your teammates don't die. So yeah, you forced the Invoker back, so good. You wasted his TP, he wasted his time. That moment, by the way, that would have been an opening to go. Like, you just killed the creep wave. Kotl is mid to defend the creeps if he needs to. And you could just run bottom. Again, kill the sniper who doesn't even have his boots equipped.
I have 2 levels of ult as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you have an Invis Rune, 2 levels of ult, and a Legion Commander that's just itching for a chance to duel somebody. So,
Yeah, definitely. I should have gone here at this point, yeah.
like,
I can see that in hindsight, yeah.
so now you're running top?
Invisibility.
I was trying to help out the PL. Your point is right in the sense that it's gonna be way harder to kill them, especially if they respond. So basically,
That's kind of bad to let that get caught on. So yeah, again, you know what would have helped the PL more? Having him rotate bottom, because Sniper can't really deal with him, especially once he gets a Diffusal Blade. But even if he doesn't, just his ult illusions, just running at Sniper non-stop, is gonna push Sniper out of lane, or at the very least harass him. And then if you'd killed Sniper bottom, you'd give PL a free lane. Then he could have taken this. Like, yeah, here you got a kill on a Pudge, but it's fucking Pudge. Nobody gives a shit. It's Pudge. And, yeah,
and we lost the
your
Witch
ult was
Doctor for that.
kinda, eh.
Yeah, we lost the Witch Doctor, so it's an even trade, and I mean, I came here for that, so it's not worth it.
Yeah. I mean, Invoker's coming here for that too, so, you know, if you don't, it's not a complete efficiency loss, but like you could have made, it's not a terrible move, but you could have made a
Radiant's
better
middle
move.
tower is under attack.
I like that you're looking around at least. Do this when you're dead too. So Invoker has a bots. So yeah, his rotations are gonna match yours, but at the same time, all he has is bots and 2 null talismans. So once you get your Orchid, he's kind of free.
I have my Orchid already. I already have my Orchid.
Oh, you do?
I mean, just not delivered yet.
Yeah, okay.
The-
Anyway, yeah.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
Honestly, I'm fine with you running away from Rogan. It's kinda, you don't know where they are. And sometimes, you know, you might get the kill, but if you die,
There one way or the other.
it's just a massive risk. So
Radiant's
yeah,
bottom
it's fine
tower
if you
is
run
under
away there.
siege. Radiant has fortified its structures. Dire's
Again,
middle
I will be
tower is
caution.
under
I will
attack.
caution you against. Oh, well, you have vision. Okay, that's fine then. But if this were a blind blink to get a rune, I really don't recommend it. Okay, I just
Yeah.
really need to advise you. But you have vision, so it's fine.
Radiant's middle tower is
Again,
under
I don't know what's happening bottom, and like I am so tempted to go free cam and just see what the hell's happening.
destroyed.
You're tanking a lot of
Radiant
hits.
structures have been fortified.
Double damage.
again, remember the order of towers. What happens if you kill somebody in bottom lane?
Yeah, we get the tower as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Whereas the offlane tower doesn't matter as much.
It's
I mean, they're
basically
off.
you're only gonna go there if your team is getting dove on their tower. But otherwise, this is way more important. You kill Rubik, now they're 4 men. Now they're just 4 men. And now if this guy gets a duel, Sniper is dead. I don't think he will though. Yeah, he won't. What the fuck? Alright, I'll just attribute that to for Nitro. For movement.
Yeah, and T instead of R.
Dire's middle tower is under attack to start.
I wish I had that such. They die.
So it works out.
I got that very late. This is one point I'm realizing I should have gotten earlier. They'll eventually get 3 Shadow Blades. I mean, Invoker has Ghost Walk and 2 others are Shadow Blades.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
What's your next item after this? Tell me. Oh,
BKB.
good call. Good call.
Radiant's top tower has been
Invoker. I
destroyed.
mean,
PL being here, I was kind of telling Itachi yesterday. I don't know if you were still here, that I didn't like him doing this with Spectre. I don't like him doing it with PL. Again, it's just not worth it. If they decide to rotate heroes, chances are you're gonna die. Like the only exception is if you're in a really good AM game or really good Slark game, right?
maybe Juggernaut of one.
Maybe in a really good Juggernaut game, yeah, maybe you can do this. But otherwise, all you're hoping for is that maybe hopefully they don't TP in, and then maybe hopefully they fuck up their spells enough that I'm able to just walk away. Because like PL has Doppelganger, which is kind of nice, but it's not an escape in a 1v1 scenario most of the time, or in a gank scenario. It's kind of like it just buys time for him, for his team to get refocused while he gets away. But if he's pushing alone, Doppelganger isn't much of an escape at all, right?
Since he
Unless
doesn't
you're
even
like super
have,
good with a micro, and even then it's like a 50-50 chance.
since he doesn't even have diffusal, he's not really in a position to even fight a 1v1. So even
Actually,
if he gets
with PL with Diffusal can fight 1v1 against a lot of heroes. You'll be surprised. It's
without
actually a
it,
massive
have-
spike.
he doesn't have diffusal yet, that's what I mean.
Oh, he
doesn't have
doesn't have Diffusal. Okay, yeah.
If he has diffusal, then it's definitely worth it, especially since he doesn't have a TP.
Radiant has
I would
fortified
prefer him doing it
structures.
bottom. And basically kick out whoever's here. Like right now, anybody that isn't Invoker, if they show up to his lane just to farm, he can just send his illusions at them, there's nothing they can do. Like, PL with Diffusal opens up a whole new world of possibilities, so long as it isn't so late. This is what I'd call a late Diffusal, but, you know, again, it's low bracket stuff, so it's fine. Sometimes it's just how farm is. Let's see what you do. Okay, are you trying to get the rune?
Yeah, I go for the rune. I know that the rune is top now.
Invisibility.
Okay, I mean, I guess that's kind of nice, but I would have shoved this way. Dude, that's a catapult. Well, if you get the skill, it might be worth it. But if that's a catapult. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, that's definitely not worth it. Then. That was the dumbest way to gank I've seen. Anyway, typically you want to deal with a catapult, because if not, and they kill your catapult and then they just push the tower, you kind of fucked. So
Yeah.
it's fine that you're defending because you're playing safe. If you were standing way in front, I really would have done that. What you did was perfectly acceptable. Okay, you gotta get better at not giving that to Rubik. Maybe Sonic Wave into Scream.
Yeah. Actually, the PL was calling this out and I did not really pay attention. I should have done that more. He got a lot of time. At least 4 or 5 times he's got Sonic Wave.
Yeah, you can't let the Rubik do that. It's a massive spell. Wait, let's just look at that. Okay. This is kind of dangerous and ultimately pointless from the Legion. But, it's okay. Like, 2 of them were dead and he backed off when they came alive, so I guess it's okay. But like, you know, what if he gets hooked or something? Is the mid laner really going to jump in that deep? Another issue I have is that you guys are winning pretty hard and you still haven't taken the tower out of really wanted you guys to take. So.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What happened?
Just a dumbass.
Radiant's bottom tower is being
But you
attacked.
probably
Keep
already knew
forgetting.
that.
Okay. That is very aggressive. You're farming there. Let's go back to that. Right?
I kind of knew that they weren't there though.
Yeah, but still.
I mean, I was trying to prioritize taking their camp so PL can have our camp. I mean, at
PL
this point,
isn't-
yeah, top, yeah.
It's not PL's not a very fast farmer. Let's see what you know. So you know sniper and invoker are bottom.
I know there's things in the lane when I go there. Oh, I did not know. Yeah, I guess I'm after.
Right? Like when you blinked in, you actually didn't know that.
Yeah, if anything was there, I would have died. Stun, no blink stun is
If
definitely.
Pudge, Wraith King were there, you'd be dead. And those two heroes were there. So like you're just taking a needlessly aggressive camp, I think. Like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with this camp?
All it achieves maybe is that the racing can't take that camp, which I don't think is 41. So it's not a respawn anyway.
Yeah. But like again, you're blinking blind into an area that they can easily be in. Right?
It's basically a risk where it's like if I lose it, if I die, then it's like 600 gold disadvantage. If I get it, it's maybe a 10 or 15 gold advantage.
Yeah,
Not worth.
exactly. Maybe that would be okay if you actually saw everybody. Oh, what the fuck? Did the Pudge eat something else?
Yeah, the punch did the free. I actually panicked and I tried to blink and I realized
What? Like you got away, then you ran into melee range. Okay, I think I know what you did. Like you were clicking on the Wraith King and then you clicked on the ground by mistake and then you just walked in. So yeah, that's a massive error on your part.
yeah. I felt bad for the pudge, I guess.
Maybe that's it. Where's Switch
No, no,
Doctor?
no.
Oh, he doesn't have it. Damn, that would have been a bit different. But anyway, it works out. But again, you don't need to die there.
Yeah.
Or
For
I
sure.
mean,
You
maybe you
can
could have
the
died
tower
more
fight.
heroically than how you did. But anyway, you know, after this, what are you getting? Okay, dude. The thing about Hyperstone and Bloodthorn, okay, like it's a really good item on paper, and it's really good for solo ganks. But the problem is that people do people like being orchided? Do they like
No.
being silenced? No.
Definitely.
What
They're
do
gonna
they
build
typically
something
do
better.
when they know you silence them?
Yeah, they're gonna build. I mean, yeah, Invoker goes for Lincoln's. Sniper doesn't go for anything. I think Wraithking goes for BKB.
Okay, well, Sniper's a dumbass. Invoker, I mean, it's not a direct counter, I guess. It's whatever, but like, it's still not the best. But yeah, basically, yeah, you're right. Typically, if you see an Orchid, people are gonna get a counter to it. Then you got a Bloodthorn, and then it's gonna be the exact same countered item, right?
It doesn't add one more item to me, at least, at the very least.
Yeah,
No,
but then,
I mean, the passive
but then
prepared
if
is
you get a
barely-
new item, what's it gonna cost you? A null talisman at 25 minutes?
I mean, if I replace my null talisman at 25 minutes, it's still better because I'm getting two. I have two items in that
Under
case.
siege.
If they have something to counter one of my items, I at least have the chance to use the other item, which they can't counter.
Yeah. Or some other item that does something else for you. Like if you feel like you're dealing enough damage and your only problem is getting fucked, maybe you could consider a Lincoln's, honestly. Like it's actually really good against the Wraith King, the Rubik, the Sniper, the Pudge, or even just the Yules. But anyway, it's fine you went
Radiant's
BKB.
bottom tower is under siege.
Let's just go back to that.
I actually wasn't expecting them to fight here.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Okay, so they backed off. This is a mistake by PL, by the way. Like it works out, but Basically, Kotl's not in position. He's just, and the only reason he's here is it because it's because he's farming, and like again, if you have to expect better execution from the enemy team, and the moment Invoker ran past PL, he should have started casting spells or run back. But like the way the Invoker handled it, the way these guys are handling it, it's not good, right? But I just do want to point out that the PL and Witch Doctor and I guess eventually the Legion being here is really bad because there's a good chance that this fight turns. Because again, let's look at this. You're at the 7k net worth difference, right?
Yeah.
But minus 11k. So negative 4k. Yeah. Minus 4k. Negative 8k, right? And you're fighting at an 8k disadvantage right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is being destroyed.
It worked out for them, right? Like,
Radiant's bottom tower has been destroyed.
It's just...
But yeah, they could have done it better. I mean, like, we gave them an opening, they didn't take advantage of it, but they could have.
Yeah.
And we should prepare for what they could have rather than what they didn't.
Radiant's bottom tower
by the way,
is being attacked.
Yeah, you need against the Pudge, you have to get into the habit of hiding behind your creeps more.
This will do nicely.
Because,
yeah.
It's just, you know, even if you know where he is, it's just a good safety measure to drill yourself into.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Well, let's feel
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's fine.
Dire's middle tower is under siege.
I guess it's something on you. What other items are available?
I'm actually kind of confused what I could have. Lincoln's or Yule's for sure. Lincoln's definitely because it's top Pudge there in this trap.
Yeah.
From solo killing, which did happen to some extent.
Yep. Then you can get your BKB off and
Dire's
then.
top tower is being attacked.
It's okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You could have also considered, though, I think everybody gets the Fear talent at 25, but you could also get the Spell Block and then just use the gold you would have spent on Lincoln's in an item that lets you have an impact. But I don't see people do that. It's basically just me who does it, so I don't know. I don't know if it's just not good or...
I did do that this game, but I'm not sure whether that was a good idea. I mean, maybe getting the spear earlier would have been good. We lack control over it as a team.
Okay, why are you getting a Shivas here? What makes you want the Shivas?
Last fight, Wraith King did a lot of damage to me immediately, so I thought I should get some armor. I switched it out for Blade Mail first instead.
I think Shivas is fine as a general item, but something to consider was AC if nobody else was building it. I think generally Shivas is better, but like if the only reason you want it is just the minus armor, right? The armor and you know, since you're going for a Bloodthorn, you might as well go full ham and go for damage.
Yeah, at least it gives armor to. Though Shivas does stop Wraith King's regen somewhat, and even Sniper's regen somewhat.
But you're not gonna stop Sniper's regen because if you because to get the aura on him, you'd have to be near him, which just isn't gonna happen. Like, yeah, so it's mostly Wraith King's regen, and even that isn't particularly great. AC would have let your PL deal more damage, create more illusions, and let you guys push towers.
And moreover, it would have given even the squishy supports also get the armor.
I would be yelling at this PL to get back. Actually, your entire team to get back. You just TP'd bottom.
I yelled at them.
Okay. Is there a reason you took the spell lifesteal? Did you feel like you needed it?
The other talent didn't seem worth it to me. I don't know. Is that typically what I should be taking?
Oh my god. Alright.
Yeah, complete fuck up. Thankfully, I realized to not go inside range of the tower, the outpost.
Radiant's tower is being attacked. I don't care either.
Alright. I think the lifesteal is kind of nice because it lets you put the AoE, because it basically lets you kill the creep wave with just 2 spells and just leave it.
Yeah.
What are we talking about the Shadow Strike plus Pain? Oh my god, that's such a devastating combo. I swear the lane, any lane that
Dyer's
exists,
top
like, oh
tower
nope,
is
there's no
under
more lane anymore.
siege.
Because that's how fast you
Dyer's
get
top
pushed.
tower has
Yeah.
Because
fallen.
200 plus 280 damage and plus overtime damage will actually kill it, by the way. So most time that actually gives you farm. And if there's a point of time where you feel like you need to take the lifesteal, that means first of all you're in a bad positioning. That's what the lifesteal is for. It's to compensate your bad positioning skill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the second thing for Shadow Strike, what Shadow Strike does is like you're a hero that kites. At the later stage, you cannot like one burst him like a unless it's a Terrorblade, you can literally burst him down really fast, or Morphling. But other than then, the as the game goes longer, it's gonna be like a kiting hero. It's like playing Void Spirit, Storm Spirit, where you all have to kite them every time, and then the real damage comes from someone else, or you do the real damage, but it takes a long time. You have to slowly kite them, and your slow is one of the most nicest slow in the game. Like, look at that slow. Show me the slow card. Yeah, show me the slow. Oh my god, 65% slow at the start. That's like half of your movement speed gone already. And you feel like you're a punch now. You feel like you're obese. Like you have an obesity issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
I
I'll
just
take-
want you to know. Look where you blink here.
Oh, so much.
What
like
do you
that
see? What
position.
problem do you see here?
Four people can go. Though I mean, I knew that the KOT alert was there, but they can still go on me, especially if they have BKB.
Yeah. I mean, none of them do, but
But they could have had.
it's just
Yeah.
yeah. Generally, you just want to blink to one side. That way, you're closer to them. Like you'd be closer to the Rubik, and the only spells you have to worry about are Rubiks, and maybe Invoker. Or if you'd gone to the right, then all you have to worry about is Wraith King. But I don't like you blinking to the right, because like he's at the edge of the high ground. If you blink to the low ground, you're useless. If you blink like next to him, you're gonna die. But if you blink
Yeah.
to the left here, right? And maybe you could have delayed your blink by a second, but it's okay. You blinking that time was fine. The bigger issue is that you blinked in the center where 4 heroes can farm.
Radiant's barrier has fallen.
Oh yeah. Yep. By the way, Paradise,
Yeah,
remember the Sen King Tekis combo I told people about?
yeah.
We won a battle cup because of that.
Yeah, I saw Tanmay had the Battle Cup victory.
I was playing that.
42
Oh,
nothing
Stanley.
should be leaving, by the way. Okay, so let's just look at that fight again while you guys lost. So I just want to point out that Radiant had the advantage in vision. Let's just look at this fight and dissect it slowly. So your problem was like you guys ran into a choke. I think
Which Invoker is good.
Very choke.
yeah, it's like the
very
meatball
good
will hit
choke.
everybody in the choke, but it's okay. You blink through it, but the problem is you blink through it to the wrong area. So
Yeah.
your Dudwala and Atlas are both getting nuked down by one spell. Out of Invokers, how many spells does he have? Then yeah, because you blink to the center, you end up dying. As a co-op, you really need to get as many spell rotations as you can. That means Scream of Pain, Shadow Strike, and you blink in to do it or you blink out to do it. It depends on the situation. But you dying after casting your Sonic Wave and one Scream of Pain is just not how Queen of Pain operates.
Yeah. I have a low cooldown spell. I should be alive long enough to use it as many times as possible.
Yeah. So because you died, right? And then PL was focusing on Pudge, like the one hero he does not give any fucks about at all. And like Kotal and you know, you guys basically just took so much AoE damage.
Yeah.
And,
We're all
and
very
then the
low.
mid laner just died. So basically
We're all
that's
very low, barely like 10 seconds into the fight. We all got very low just because of the choke and me blinking in.
yeah. So 4 for nothing. So this is what I mean, like yeah.
Dyer's middle tower is
comebacks.
being attacked.
You
Dyer's
could have
middle
40'd
tower
there, by
has
the
been
way. I
destroyed.
saw it was available. So
Yeah,
you
we
should have
could've.
40'd there.
Regeneration.
In case you didn't know, it
Dyer's
refreshes
top
after
tower
you
is
lose a
under
tier 1
siege.
tower, so...
Yeah, I know.
literally
It
nothing
should have.
to
It
say
should
was-
have. I know about it. I did not do it. We should have done that. That buys us free 5 seconds.
Dyer's
Yeah.
middle
Doesn't
tower
cost.
is under attack. Dyer's structures have been fortified. Radiant has fortified its structures. Dire's middle tower is under siege.
You might not have needed to fortify, right? You'd fortified earlier. Anyway. I think the fear is just kind of too good though, so maybe that's why. Wait. It was invis.
Yeah.
I guess there's nothing you can really do about it. Sometimes, that's the thing with invis, sometimes you just die like that. I guess you could have reacted faster with the BKB out, but it's whatever. You know, there was a time where if you got Yules, Pudge could hook you right through the Yules, and then...
Isn't that still there? Hasn't been removed?
No, it doesn't work like that anymore. But there was a time where Pudge would buy Yules and just hook you. It's like an 8 but better.
Yeah.
It was
I think Pudge's hook used to purge on hit, I think. That was the solution. And dispel purge and whatever.
Silver Edge.
Radiant's bottom tower is under siege. Dire's middle tower is under siege. So that's something that's happening.
I don't like Blade Mail just because you're not very tanky. Like, if you pop your Blade Mail, they're gonna kill you anyway and still have HP to spend.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about like if I do die, at the very least I'm doing 1,600 HP worth of damage to them. Maybe less if they have armor.
Probably significantly less than that. And again, you're a Queen of Pain. Your damage comes through spell rotations. You kind of want to live longer than 1,600 damage.
Yeah, this was super bad. I guess. I even called it excessive on it. Should not have blinked so aggressively.
Oh my god.
I knew that
this fight was entirely on you.
Yeah. I just saw that my smoke popped, so I knew one person was there. But what skipped my mind is that it's not necessarily one person. It could be more. It's at least one person, that means.
Yeah, at least you know. So this is the chain feed. One hero dies, everyone's under retreat, and everybody dies. Kotl should probably die next if he doesn't back up.
Ah, we shouted at him to back up.
He could have actually died.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, that tier 2 dying was on you, Drona. Sorry, buddy.
Dire's middle tower is under siege.
What's happening? What's happening there? I want to see! At least you didn't die there. You gave it to him again.
Radiant has fortified
Okay,
its structures.
again, you should have known what was happening well before that point, so you should have been looking. Let's see what neutral items you have. I don't think Telescope's all that great on you. Oh, Spell Prism. Take that.
Yeah, I take that.
He was next to you! Anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever. Spell Prism's really good on you.
Yeah.
Again, Blade Mail is not very good on you. Like, I think the only time people built it on Cop was for the int, the damage. And yeah, I guess the Blade Mail is somewhat relevant, but Blade Mail is different, a different item now, man.
It used to be when Clean of Pain. This is like 2 years back, and Clean of Pain had a 75% spell life to level 25.
Dire's bottom tower
It was obnoxious at that point. You get Octarine and then they can't kill you because every scream you get 1,000 HP.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
So your ult earlier, still fuck your team.
Yeah. Rubik got off, like, that's what I said, he got 5 to 6 times he got off ult on my team just because I did not use another spell immediately.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
So that fight was acceptable.
Dire's bottom tower is being denied.
You being here is a little less acceptable though. But anyway.
At this point, I thought that I should start cutting waves because it did not seem like we could take 5-on-5 right now.
I think you guys still can. PL is really strong and they don't have a direct answer to it.
I mean, generally the fights are going in their favor. I mean, unless they made some big misplays, like this fight they did, but generally don't.
Nah, man, the fights have been going in their favor because you've been making some big misplays.
Yeah.
But I think you guys can win. Like, really. Like, what does Wraith King do to a PL at this point? Like, the only threat to PL is Invoker.
And basically, I was supposed to be the one to take care of Invoker. I mean, what we discussed on was LC will take care of Sniper, which he did very well. PL was supposed to go on the Wraith King, and I was supposed to take care of Invoker. And support in general.
Well, PL can, at this point can kill anybody so long as Invoker's not doing anything bad.
So we were way stronger than what I expected we were.
Yeah, you guys are still like even with them. And again, your carry matchup is just so good that it could make up for whatever net worth disadvantage he has against Wraith King. Especially since Wraith King doesn't have anything weird like a Battle Fury or something.
He gets a radiant. I don't know if he already has it, but at some point he gets a radiant.
He's building it now. I think at this point he should just have gotten a Battle Fury, honestly. Like, it's kind of late to expect to deal with a PL with the Radiance.
Yeah, the damage isn't worth it. Battlefield damage would be right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not the super best on him, but it's not terrible. Right? Like, he's just a right clicker anyway, so it's fine if he got Battle Fury.
I mean, at this point I felt like we were 10k behind. That was not the case.
It's just the bad fights.
Yeah, the aggressive blinks, I guess.
Aggressive ranks, yeah. Another item to consider is a Lotus Orb.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
this
a
I realized.
three-year- It's kind of like a Lincoln's. It depends on exactly what spells you're worried about. But with the Lotus Orb, Pudge can't ult you.
Yeah. Moreover, like the KOTL built it later on, it turned out to be effective, at least as much as it could be.
And it would have given you the armor you wanted to build anyway, so...
Yeah. Oh yeah, I should have gone for Lotus, that's a big point. Should have definitely gone for Lotus at this point.
Yeah. Honestly, I forget Lotus exists. You see this though, right? Like, if you had your spell talent, you wouldn't spend that time right-clicking the wave, and you'd be safer. Like, you just run in, nuke, and run away.
I had to compensate for it eventually with Mjolnir, but I don't think so that was...
You see how close you were to dying there? Or at least not getting to the fight? But
Yeah,
this
yeah,
guy
yeah.
should be dead. Oh, you got the spell block.
Yeah, mainly because of fight.
See how fucked PL is by Invoker? Like, it's his only problem. Like, Wraith King isn't dealing damage to him. Pudge isn't dealing damage. And Sniper can't really. Does he have a Mjolnir? Not even, so... yeah, it's literally just Invoker killing his illusions at this point.
Sniper literally has no defensive items, he only has aggressive items. Anyone goes on him, he'll die.
He has brown boots. Okay, literally nothing.
He's basically built for LC killing him instantly with a dual blade mill duel.
Yeah, the moment he starts right clicking at least. The Shadow Blade lets him not get jumped when he doesn't want to be jumped.
That should help.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked. Dire's middle tower is
Now this is basically where I don't know what we could have done. I have no idea what we could have
Dire's
done.
middle tower is under siege.
Basically we have to camp in base because I don't think so we can take a fight outside.
Okay, well then somebody should be trying to push out waves, and in that case that should be you.
Yeah, I did do
That
that
should
to
be
some
top.
extent.
Dire's middle tower is
Yeah.
under
You
right
have
now
a
it's a good
BKB, you have your spell block, right? Like, you sitting here does not help your team defend. You have a Kotal, you have a Legion, That's enough team fight
Dire's
defense.
middle tower
PL
is
can't
under
do it
siege.
because he might get ganked. Nobody else can split push the way you should be able to. So that's definitely something I do. Just so long as you have a TP. If you don't have a TP, don't do it.
I guess if I don't have a TP, I should get a TP.
Yeah, but I
But
mean,
yeah,
if it's on cooldown or something, then you can't do
Dire
that.
has fortified
I did do it, but I probably should have done it more. I should have been doing that last.
Oh my god, dude. The camera perspective is not the best. But dude, get better at not TPing after you blinked in. Jesus. Also, that blink was too aggressive. You make it out through the skin. That blink was too aggressive.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I should not have done that. But it's kind of worked out for us. But I guess it's more about them misplaying more than we played well. To the fact.
Yeah.
The big thing in general, what is happening is LC is consistently dueling sniper, and every time she does that, that's one person that doesn't exist.
PL should probably get the Satanic next.
At this point, I think I thought about BOT and I started building BOT just for the being able to.
Radiant's middle
Stuck
tower
with
is
push.
under attack.
Yeah,
It's okay, but like,
Radiant has fortified its
I don't
structures.
know. I feel like you kind of need other things. But if you're able to
Radiant's
effectively
middle
split
tower
push
is being attacked.
and buy time till you get those other things, it can work.
or you, the game goes on for 26 minutes more. By the way,
Right here.
it's a long game.
So you guys took a good
Radiant's
fight.
middle tower is under
Then what happens? So,
I was
you
the
guys take a
PL
good
was
fight.
low health.
2 heroes are running in front. This isn't even that bad because
Radiant's
it's just an
middle tower
invoker
is under
left.
siege.
But then you and PL are going for the same
structures
set
have
of
been
creeps.
fortified.
And you're like, oh, I can't be here. Then
I
where
was
are you
telling
going
people
next?
Radiant's middle
to
tower
go
is
mid
being
because
attacked.
I would defend this anyways since I would be ready to defend in a few seconds with full health, which I was not at that point.
Is Roche
But
not up?
Haste.
PL was basically not full health himself and he was not confident. That's why he did that. But this would have been tower for sure.
But yeah, that is also why I would have preferred if PL went Satanic. Like he isn't getting bursted down. He gets to hit people, but eventually he just runs out of speed because
Balancing
yeah, the sustained AoE damage does that.
middle tower
So Satanic
Yeah.
definitely would have been the way to go. And honestly, I'm not even sure taking that tower was worth it. I would have much preferred that you guys pushed out top.
Okay.
Like, PL needs more time, needs more items. Right? He
Yeah,
needs a
yeah.
Satanic. He bought a Skadi, now he needs a Satanic. I think he should have gone Satanic first before Skadi, but whatever, okay? But now he definitely needs a Satanic, which means he needs more time to farm, which means you need to be pushing out all the waves. Taking the tier 2 at this point, right? Tell me what it does. You take the tier 2, then let's say you take this outpost. Are you going to stay here?
Not
When they
really, yeah,
respawn?
that's true.
Right? Like, it would be better, like, what you're doing is like a temporary strength. Like, you won the fight, so you're able to do whatever. Usually that means taking Roche, but fine. Roche isn't up, but I don't think you guys even checked it, and the timer is close enough for me to think you probably should have at least started checking it.
Yeah, we did not discuss at this point.
Yeah.
We
That would give
check
you
out.
five whole minutes of strength. Right now, when they're dead, you only have like a minute. So in that time, what you could be doing, you could be split pushing top. You'd be pushing this all the way here. And that gives you at least another minute where they have to wait for their... Even if they kill the creeps instantly, they have to wait for their creeps to run from here all the way back here before they can start pushing again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That gives us another minute where PL can farm. Maybe he gets half of his next item at least.
Yeah, it just forces somebody there. Maybe it gets... let's watch what happens to this outpost. Like, I'm willing to bet if they decide to pass through this area again, and they decide, oh, okay, this is kind of important, they're just gonna take it. Like, and you're not even gonna contest them for it. Because you can't. Because you feel weaker than them. And right now, I think... You maybe are. It's kind of weird. Like, the PL shouldn't be as weak as he is right now. But, he feels like it, so... Maybe you can't really take fights, except if you take really good engagements. By the way, them getting Aegis is a massive deal.
Yeah, they got it.
Yeah.
We thought of contesting, we went, and by the time we reached, yeah, they got it and we back.
You only realized that it was happening then?
Yeah.
Okay, then that was... Again, that's why putting a courier here is good. Even if the courier dies, them being there to kill it kind of tells you what they're gonna do, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That should help.
At this point, I guess 150 gold is not that much of, especially if it's a support courier, it's not that much of a big deal as well.
It's not a deal. It's not a deal at all, dude. Securing Roche is like 10 times more valuable. That could be the game. Who got the rune? The Aegis. Wraith King? Sniper should have gotten it, considering he has literally no defensive items.
Oh, I would have died there if Rubik
Radiant's
or
bottom
Yeah.
Just continue
I would have
doing
blinked
whatever it
again,
was you
dude.
were doing. Radiant's bottom tower is
Remember, you can
under
blink
siege.
basically indefinitely, but you only have one TP. If that TP gets cancelled, they're gonna be hunting you through the trees. Because they know your only way out is to blink away. Where did PL die there?
Oh yeah, I think he got caught out.
So basically, he sees you, right?
Radiant's
Then he
bottom
decides
tower
to go.
is under siege.
Oh, this is just target basically.
What's he doing? What? That was really weird. Like he was just dancing around the trees, hoping something might happen. And I see your response. Okay, so you start shoving in mid. The correct response. Okay, you see Invoker mid, so that means you can go top. Again, this is where Dagger would have helped you, the AoE.
I just have to clear the siege creeps, everything else will die by the dagger.
Anyway.
I think that just the dagger kills the creep.
When you hit
Not even
30 though, it's actually a massive fire spike for you. Let's see what happens. Their team is pushing bottom. They're pushing as 2. That was very stupid, and they win the fight because of the kill. I was wondering, like, the invokers there, they're not really gonna go up high ground, right? And then they just go up high ground.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
So you TP
Oh,
in.
I don't know the creep is hitting me. They are waiting. It's not out. I was hoping that sniper would come nearby and I would be able to go on him instead.
You never,
This
I
is
don't
the
think you
point.
bought a single dust, dude.
I buy dust right now. This is the point where I realized I should have bought dust maybe 20 minutes ago.
Legion should have gotten a dust too. Remember, funeral coordinator. Yeah, but she
Yeah,
doesn't have
yeah.
space. She doesn't have space. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like she should have made space. And Lotus would be better. Oh my god! Are you serious? Oh my god!
Doesn't have beer.
Oh my god! Oh my god. This is embarrassing to even watch, dude.
That's a bit of all wrong.
Alright, let's get out.
That's a bit of
See
all
what you do.
wrong.
You're shoving in mid. Oh, mirror shield, dude! Oh fuck, they got, okay. They got ballista, dude. That's terrifying.
Yeah, but it's a
Sniper.
And they got Fallen Sky too.
Oh my god. Oh, but mirror shield's really good in you. It's decently good in PL. I wonder who takes it.
I wanted the Spell Prism because Spell Prism kinda helps me just push better.
This is what I mean though. Neutral items like ballista are kind of useless on your team, but on their team, absolutely broken. This is why neutral items are so shit, dude. Like through no skill of your own, suddenly the game looks way worse for you guys. Because they
Yeah.
got the same neutral items you guys got, but better. Except maybe the Trident recipe, which I have no idea why the fuck that's even.
The only time you can really use it is if you already have SNY or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, oh, I want to give up my leveler for an SNY or something, right? Right? Like basically, if you're already 6 slotted and you want to turn your SNY into an item and get the free item slot as a result, if you want to keep your SNY. It's basically the only reason why I can see that happening. So you decided to buy Dust. you have a lot of gold unused. X Machina.
I was
X
kind of
Machina is
confused.
kind of nice on you
Dyer's
because you
bottom
have so
tower
many
has been
actives.
destroyed.
I was kind of confused what to get at this point. I didn't feel like giving up the BK. I went for a BKB for a axe instead of the blade mail, but I'm not sure that was a good idea.
Ads at this point, it's like why? Book of the Dead, which is okay, but not amazing. No, Axe is definitely not the way to go.
Maybe Hex instead.
Also, this is the problem with going Blade Mail. If you don't particularly use it that much, then you have a meh item on you. That's too expensive to kind of write off, but too useless to actually justify using a slot for it. I guess that's all it's good for is like push. But again, it's okay.
I have level 30, so I can use the Q. I actually did not use Q after that.
Wait, you're dead?
Yeah, I died.
What did
Again, I
you
think
do?
I just was doing that.
Oh my god, dude!
Sniper.
Drona, I think more than any one itemization mistake, your biggest problem is where you blink in fights. Like, holy shit. Like, it would actually be better if you didn't skill your blink. It would almost be better if you didn't skill your blink. Like, at the rate you're going, it would have been better if you just walked up to your fights. Now PL is fighting 1v3, so great, great. Oh, now they know where the real PL is. This is kind of scary.
He does get out though, somehow.
I have no idea how.
I mean, they knew the real one was running away. They should have gone for the real one.
Also,
They
again,
probably-
Heart is not an item on PL anymore. It's not an item on anybody but maybe Alchemist. Emphasis
Centaur.
on maybe. Did I say maybe? Because it's a maybe. But yeah, Heart is not an item on PL. It just got satanic. It gives you status resistance, lets you man up. Like, how are they ever going to kill you if you have lifesteal? Right?
Yeah,
At
Heart
this
gets
point, you could have gotten
disturbed.
a moonshot. Okay, so you got the critical.
Oh, I
don't
could
know
have
what
fed
this-
him a moonshot maybe. I could have fed him a moonshot. I think.
Yeah. But I would have just sold your blade mail and gotten a hex or some shit, dude. Like, blade mail does nothing. So the Wraith King feeds himself. He should just keep dying, right? There's nothing he can do. You see the problem with the Wraith King against PL is like your only response to getting gone on is to run away.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think we got any.
Oh, he had the mirror shield.
Yeah, baby.
I should have gotten a hex. Yeah, that is probably what I should have gone for at this point.
What's the Mjolnir for? Still pushing waves?
Yeah, I already have a Q. I'm already level 30. It was not needed.
Yeah. Also, it's just a garbage item now. Hex would let you actually maybe kill a sniper, or at the very least enable your team to kill sniper. But what you're getting right now is does neither. Your blinks into fights tell me that you should probably have gotten a different item that isn't like your right click on the attack screen. You see how all your decisions throughout the game kind of just add up right now. Like you had to buy an axe, you had to buy a consumable because you got the blade mail that you don't want, but you don't want to sell either, right? I would have said just bite the bullet and sell it. It's just nothing, right? And then instead of getting an AC, you got a Shivas, which is fine, but now you feel wanting for attack speed. And you want to deal more right-click damage to scale, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Blade Mail. I don't think I should build Blade Mail on Queen of Pain in general anymore. I used to do that in 2 years back, but it's not the same. It's not the same item. It's not the same Queen of Pain talent. Keep it worth it.
So
I didn't
again,
really see it do almost anything.
you're just right-clicking the wave to spin push. I guess that's where the Mjolnir comes in handy. But again, it's just not you're just not contributing enough for the Maelstrom. At this point, like who gives a fuck if you get procs?
Would MKB have been a better idea?
Well, I mean, why are you hoping to? What are you hoping to do with MKB?
Hit the racing mode. Actually, that's not really a
Racing
problem.
wants to get hit, though, right?
It doesn't really care. Like Invoker is probably the Invoker and Sniper are the main targets at this point.
Yeah, you can't man fight the sniper even in an
Oh,
especially since he
definitely.
has a
Especially
ballistic.
Blitz.
Is under
Yeah.
attack.
But if you can stop him from attacking, maybe you can burst him. Maybe. You guys win this or lose this?
Ah, really. This fight or the game?
PL not get look at how much PL is hitting and he still has no health. You saw that,
Yeah,
right? He was hitting them for a good 30 seconds and he still has no HP. Why is that?
Yeah, Satan would have just been better in general. Because heart anyways doesn't work in fight. Good for
It doesn't work
disengage.
in fights, it doesn't work outside fights, it doesn't work as an item, it's garbage.
He's fallen.
Maybe only on heroes who disengage re-engage very frequently. Go out, heal up, come back. But maybe not. I mean, carriers don't want to do that. I think.
Carries don't want to do it.
Carriers don't want to disengage constantly. I mean, the kind of the thing
PL
with
kind of used to, but that's because it took him 6 seconds and then he'd be back to almost full HP. Now Satanic is just better. It's like,
the nerf, heart
look
nerf
how
was big.
slow he regens. Dude, he's in base and this still takes fucking forever. Like he could just be hitting this Wraith King right now if he had a Satanic. And still be like the same amount of health. This case means full. And if Wraith King died here, you guys could probably march down middle. I just wanna point that out. Let's see what you do. So you shove out bottom. That's the right call.
I have a BOT, so I was expecting to go there when they start.
Yeah, okay.
Radiant tower.
You're looking. Let's watch how this. Okay, so 2 are dead. You guys are hitting towers.
Radiant structure.
This is where I'd like you to TP to this back wave here. By the way. Your team is already on high ground. And basically...
I was kind of waiting for the creep wave to come and then I TP, which I did, but I mean maybe I could have come early because I have a blink.
Maybe your
To
team
get ahead
should
of-
have waited for you or you should have gone with your team earlier. But anyway, it's fine. It's still okay for now. So, Wraith King dies once.
Oh, by the way, that specific rot which we were discussing, that rot chasing got hacked.
Radiant's middle tower.
Holy shit, he's so tacky. Field is scared. Field is scared, man. It takes forever.
Radiant's middle barracks.
And he doesn't die.
Radiant's bottom tower is under siege.
Alright, that's the disaster. Let's look at what you did wrong. So you jumped in, you're tanking in a lot of damage. I would have preferred if you jumped into the right.
Yeah, at least out of the tower range minimum.
Or, I mean, yeah, whatever. Okay, so you get out of one tower range. But look how much health you lost.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah.
And now, because of that, you're not comfortable going back in, are you?
Not at all.
And because you're not comfortable going back in, this is why this guy lives, right?
Yeah.
And now he's alive. Witch Doctor dies. PL is on the back foot. You're farming creeps. Legion is... I don't know. I think the right thing at this point is to just get out. but okay. Again, look at PL, how much he's hitting and how much he's not healing.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, Satanic, I can see basically because mainly the active works in fight. It's a small 25-30% every shot you hit gives you some health. So it just adds more HP,
And it
even though
keeps
it
his
doesn't draw
illusions
health.
alive too. I want to point that out. They get lifesteal now. So it's
Yeah.
even better than it used to be. Now this is the worst part. When PL is alone like this, now what? Why did you guys back up?
I did not have health, Legion did not have health. And other two died in me.
So PL was diving in, the rest of you guys are backing out. This is a problem.
I think he got out though. I don't remember that.
He shouldn't though. Like he has no illusions left. I don't think he gets out of this.
He doesn't
Yeah, so
yeah.
I mean again, like look, PL made a bunch of mistakes. I'm sure if we looked at Witch Doctor and Kotl, they'd made a bunch of mistakes. But the reason you guys lost that fight, like from your perspective, what you could have done to change the outcome is not taking so much damage. If you, on top of not dying all those other times, you did not need to die. But like getting caught here instead of here, lost all your health, and because you didn't have health, you couldn't go back in. Because you couldn't go back in, this Wraith King survived, and because this Wraith King survived, now he's getting an Aegis.
Yeah.
And an
Small
axe,
things
and
like
a refresher, and a cheese. Is he gonna get the refresher too? Just so he gets more Aegises.
Yeah.
Oh my god. As an axe, there's still a cheese, and I don't even know who wants what anymore.
Oh, Invoker took the refresher shot. I thought it
Sniper doesn't even want the axe. Who wants it? Pudge? Does Pudge have an axe? I guess Pudge takes it, or Rubik has an axe. Pudge takes it. That's how low. That's how many ags these guys have. Well, I guess it's late, right? But like again, the PL doesn't have his own ags yet. Right?
the
You
PL
have a
axe?
Maelstrom. He has a Moon Shard, and he has a Butterfly, which is fine. But ags would basically let him not have boots, right? Because he can run everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's kind of a big deal. If Legion dies here, that's. Hey, why did you buy that? So Legion sees them and he decides to hang around.
What the hell, that Legion? Got cucked by sniper.
Yeah, Ballista Sniper does that to everybody, dude. It's fucking terrible. It's fucking
What
awful.
the fuck?
Anyway, so TL bought back.
Legion died.
Your best bet right now is to bait them in, and a key Legion buyback and a good fight would have been what decided this. Anyway, how many people have buyback?
Almost. I mean, two of them have.
Again, why are you there? If he decided to abyssal you and or Lincoln's you and then stun you, then abyssal you, or abyssal you, then stun you, you'd be dead. Why are you? Yeah, your ult at this point does nothing.
Yeah, I can see that. It's more like a 2-second stun rather than a damage. So.
How many Roches did your team take? None?
None.
Yeah, okay. So let's just go over it real quick. So your biggest mistakes is you, Drona, as a player, were your blinks. Your item build could have gotten some work. The PL not getting Satanic seriously fucked him too. And beyond that, your team as a whole did not take any Roches, while the enemy team had so many Ags, like Ags consumables in their inventory. They gave basically everyone an Ags.
I think everyone does have axe. Okay.
Yeah, everyone did have an Ags at the end of the game.
Yeah.
That's how, you know, lopsided that was. Plus, you know, sniper got ballista, but you know, that's neutral items being broken as shit. But I just wanted to point out, dude. Oh my god, that was. It's partially bad luck, but I think there's a lot you could have done still, to be sure.